What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, another market watch today. It's been a while since I did my last market watch video, and man do I miss it. Sitting here talking about the market, engaging the economics of Yu-Gi-Oh! And just talking with you guys about what cards are going to go up, what cards are going to go down, and the reasons why. And realistically, the value. Listen, we have a lot of news to go over, and I don't know if I can do this in like a 10-minute video, so if you like these long videos, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. Listen, I know there's a lot of information was happening with you guys, and a lot of craziness was happening, but are you buying into all this craziest news in Yu-Gi-Oh? Or are you forming your own opinion? Seriously, it's really easy to follow the herd on information. Things like a ban list and how it's bad when it's really not. Things like the Gold Series and how it's good when it's definitely really not. Things like the printings of cards and how people are excited to buy these cards at a crazy high pre-order price. And we'll get to all this in this video, and I'll break it all down for you guys. So that's my comment question of the day, guys. Listen, I think we have a lot to talk about, and I think this game is only going to get better as we break down everything and clear a lot of confusion in the economy of the market that is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. Guys, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list came out. It came out, and as of today, it is effective. So this is our effective ban list. 3 changes. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Where's my mouse? There it is. 3 changes. Okay, boom. And everybody's freaking out about this. They're like, oh, 3 changes? You didn't ban X and Y cards. You didn't unlock X and Y cards. Whenever I look at this ban list, the first thing that hits my mind is going as a young person, a young little boy to my dad and going, hey, Dad, can I drive the car? And instead of my dad saying no, he'll be like, car got no gas. And that's not saying no, is it? So, to everyone watching this ban list in the market, if you're seeing it saying, hey, is Emancipator's hit? No. Or, car got no gas. What I mean by that is, the next ban list is due on, well, no sooner than September 1st, 2020, which is a couple of months from now. That is the competitive season. What Konami did was extend the current release date and the current availability of product that is out currently on the market. People are thinking Black Dragon's gonna get hit, which will ultimately hurt Emancipators, might even take it out the way, so other decks can rise up, but let's be honest, the set's still in print. You think Konami's gonna hit a deck as a set still in print? You know how many times they've ever actually done that? The only thing I remember is Infinity Archer, I believe. No, Infinity Launcher. It's like the only time I ever think they ever actually done that. Because that was like tier 0. That's what made Infinities. But look at this ban list. It makes perfect sense. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still not going to locals. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players might be home, maybe even doing remote duels. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are literally in stasis, where they're just not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Until competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Starts happening again. There's new Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that are playing online and relearning the game because of Master Rule 5. And then there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, which is a small percentage, that is actually returned to locals. That ban applies to you. I guess you could say the same with remote duels as well, sure. But overall, majority of Yu-Gi-Oh! Player base is not really playing physical Yu-Gi-Oh! They're playing digital Yu-Gi-Oh! And this ban list really doesn't do anything for digital Yu-Gi-Oh! It only does it for physical Yu-Gi-Oh! As the ban list provides a way for Yu-Gi-Oh! Players to have a more organized structured tournament style, as well as promote sales. Ban lists promote sales, and this ban list wasn't gonna hurt those sales, not at all. In fact, this ban list told everybody out there, hey, listen, if you're looking to sell a deck, well, you still have more time to play the deck, like Emancipators or Eldritch or what have you. Hey, if you don't have Max C, well, you got some time to buy it. You don't have any Harvey's Fellows yet? No big deal. You have time to buy it. Looking at the previous ban list, it was atrocious. I mean, it was really bad. And this ban list, I mean, by both standpoints, are pretty bad. But the difference is the information that this ban list is telling you. It is telling you right in your face the next ban list for the new competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Season that is going to really make blockbuster locals as packed as can be and regionals as packed as it can be, because let's not get mistaken, Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals are going to be breaking records left and right, even though the price support is atrocious, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, a majority of which, already have their invites because they rolled over. What we're going to be seeing is a big, huge ban list that's going to challenge every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Player that plays this game competitively. That's what this tells me. This banner yells it to you. Hey, listen, nothing's happening right now because it's pandemic. We're slowly starting to get back into the game. We got the new season coming up because this is all dead season, mind you. This is all this season is. The dead season. It always has been, always will be. The next season that's coming up is the regional competitive season, and man, we got something to show you guys. And everyone's freaking out about this balance in the dead season and Yu-Gi-Oh! Which you're not physically playing? Listen, you shouldn't be. Use it to your advantage. Focus on the market. And realistically, look at the market and say to yourselves, what can come off the banners? You get a second try at this. This is a blessing for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. But, you know how people are. They're given a gift and they just want to complain sometimes. Don't be foolish and complain what's next to them. Be smart. Think differently. And use that information to focus on what you can do for the new set coming out, the new bands coming out, and how can you use it to your great advantage of, you know, basically look at the market watch videos I do. Listen, Toon Chaos is a set that features 5 Toon cards roughly, and a lot of chaos. This set should have been called Chaos featuring a couple of Toon guys, because to be honest with you, we didn't see much as far as Toons in this set. But I will say this set features something really huge, the collector's rarity, and it's a lot of money right now. In fact, too much money. There's a rumor going around that you can get 3 collector's rare per case. That's a big deal. Being the fact that, looking at Starlight Rares, you can get 1 Starlight Rare per 2 cases, on average, of course. So, this is a ratio. If this is true, that means you can get 6 Starlight Rares, 6 Collector's Rares, for every 1 Starlight Rare. Well, looking at the prices, I'm not seeing that differential being put on here. These are pre-order, pre-sale prices, and these prices aren't real prices. In fact, the prices for a lot of these cards are not real prices. If I was you and you're looking to get involved in Toon Chaos, and they have a lot of great cards in there, just wait. Just wait. Why go in and buy this now? You're only going to be losing money. Everyone who buys the Toon Chaos pre-order prices is going to lose their shirts. Hands down, no doubt in my mind. Even the collector's rare. Let me explain something to you. I love Alter Guys. I'm excited to play Alter Guys, and I'm definitely looking to get myself a playset of collector's rare Pot of Extravagance. I'll play Primo Dollar for the good stuff, but I'm not stupid enough to get a pre-order price, which is going to be way more than a card is when it finally comes out into circulation. Because everyone's going to be buying Toon Chaos, cracking packs, opening it, sorting it, and throwing it online when they get the cards they want. Vendors, hard up for money, are going to have to be doing this, sorting it because they got the time to, and throwing it on the market. The value of a lot of these cards are going to tank. So why buy pre-order prices? Real quickly, once again, if you're looking to buy any of these singles, description below, I have a TCG player link. It really does help support the channel, and I greatly appreciate if you guys will do that. Bookmark it. Once again, I greatly appreciate that. But going back into Toon Chaos, it's a good set, don't get me wrong. But the value on the pre-sale prices, it's almost insulting if you didn't know what it is. I mean, literally, these prices are insane. And yeah, they're not going to be like this the minute the set comes out. Take a screenshot if you want to be entertained. Give it a month after set release date and see the prices from then on in. Looking at Toon Kingdom, this should have been in Toon Chaos. But come on, you know that'd be too easy. Toon Kingdom, the rare, coming out of Legendary Duels Ancient Millennium with a $44 market price, is currently $44 in the market. A rare. This card yells reprint. Konami definitely knew this. It came out Legendary Duels Ancient Millennium. It ain't like it came out like last week. It's been out for a while. And this card is a reprint of the original version, Secret Rare, that originally came out in Dragon's Legends 2, holding a $64 market price. Well, currently it's $66 after that one's gone. You're looking $71 after that one's gone. It's about $75s for this card. $75 at its current, well, not too current, price point for Toon Kingdom. Konami should have reprinted this. They should have done this, but instead, nope. We have a lot of cards that do not say Toon Kingdom in their name. I think Toon Chaos is still a great set. I think it has a lot of great cards. I personally am looking forward to a ton of these cards. But once again, don't buy now. I always find it weird when people go to me, V, I'm looking to buy a couple of boxes of a Toon Chaos, and I always go, why? There's no value in buying sealed booster boxes Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. There's just none. I mean, unless you like to play the lottery, and I just bought some scratch off, so There we go right here. My kid, we went to Walmart today. My kid's like, dude, I'm on Scratchers. I'm like, bro, I got you. We're gonna do the bingo game. And we didn't play it. But you can play the lottery and make more money in the lottery. Screw them with scratch offs than you can buying booster boxes, steel booster boxes of Toon Chaos. Because the value you're gonna make in this set is just not there. I mean, don't get me wrong, the up ratio of the collector's rare is exciting. But if you don't pull the one you want, that goes in the market. And guess what? People like me that want the one that you don't want are gonna snipe it for a cheap price because a lot of people are doing the same exact thing. Don't be that guy. Wait, be patient, and buy the singles. Then we have Eternity Code. Now, Eternity Code prices are relatively low, to be honest with you. Konami said they were going to no longer short print core sets, and here it is right here. I mean, don't look at the Starlight Rares. That's short printed. That's definitely short printed. Konami's like, we're not going to short print and no more core sets. And then someone goes Starlight Rare, and Konami goes, no, we're definitely going to short print that. We're not only are we going to kind of short print that, like 1 per 2 cases, we're going to hit them that badly, and they're going to love us for it because we're not short printing anymore. Anyway, look at that Toon King, look at that Eternity Code. I mean, you know, Axel's Gold Talker should have been Appaloosa, should have been $100. Link Cross should have been Ivy Masquerena, should have been $35. Well, why are these cards low? Because everyone and their mother bought boosted boxes of Eternity Code like fools. I bought 2, by the way, for the funsies and for the YouTube channel. I still haven't uploaded the video, but it's there. I bought a ton of this as well, and a lot of people did. And to be honest with you, there's no more reasons to buy sealed booster boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Buy the singles market. It's the smartest way to do it. You get exactly what you want. And to be honest with you, you can buy a majority of the cards in this set and still pay less than what you would pay for a case of Eternity Code. It's just not economically sound anymore. And to be honest with you, I really am excited about a lot of these cards to see where the value goes. And I'll tell you right now, a quick run through. Axel's Gold Talker is going to be going down before it goes up, but I do think this card will be going up. But first, it's going to go down first. As I said, it's still into circulation relatively heavily, as it's, you know, new. Girsu, the Orcus Mech Knight, went down about $1. And more quickly, let me just pause real quickly. The pre-sale prices of Eternity Code compared to the current price points are absolutely insane. I just really want to emphasize that. And this is why I'm not too crazy on pre-sale prices. I almost never say, oh, that's a good pre-sale price. Most pre-sale prices are trash because what they're offering you is a high price point for a card because they don't want to lose money, obviously, in case the card does blow up in value. But a high price point for the card, and in return for the highest price point for the card, you lock in your copy of that card. It's like kind of like going to GameStop and pre-ordering stuff, even though it's GameStop, and they're still going to have a lot because, you know, GameStop. But looking at Axel's Gold Talker, looking at Girsu Orcus Mech Knight, these cards are actually holding relatively decent value. I do think Girsu will go down in value. Not for nothing, Mech Knight plays, your deck is great, and you also have a pretty decent golden second matchup, but against a well-established board, it's relatively hard to play. And I'm not saying you can't do it, but I don't think your deck will be tier 1. Definitely 1.5 though. Ghost Moon and Moonlit Chill, even though I have 2 of these, I hate this card. I am not a big fan of this card. I'm open to have my mind changed about this card. But in a meta in which our hand traps are relatively set, I mean, think about it. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, Infinite Permits. People might start maining evenly matched, all the guys players. We also see Nibiru in the main at times. We also see Dark Ruler No More in the main. Do you actually have a chance to put a card like Ghost Moon and Moonlit Chill in there and bump cards like Effect Veiler and DD Crow, which are also great alternatives? I don't know if you do. It's not a bad card. I never said it was, but it's at a bad value. And that's what I'm saying it is at right now. $36 is way too high for this card, and its value will go down. Mark my words. Animadored Archosaur, I'm surprised this card's value didn't spike with the announcement of the ban list. Actually, really surprised. Look at the card right now holding a current $26 market price. It's a very good value for this card. And we have to see what happens now, because Dinosaur players, you have a great card. You have a great deck. Can you work it properly? Will it work properly? We'll have to see. And then look at that Link Cross. This card is a must-have one-of card. And just like IP Masquerena, which was a must-have one-of card, the difference between Masquerena and Link Cross is the printings. And this is our first look at a set that's not short printed. Once again, don't look up here, that's hella short printed. Just, it's beyond short printed. This is probably the worst short printing, arguably. I think it is the worst short printing in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! History as far as a rarity. Starlight Rares. So Konami's like, we're not gonna short print over here, but by the way, as we do that, we're gonna break a world record of Yu-Gi-Oh! The trading card game by making the craziest, highest short print Starlight Rares in the game's history. Aren't we awesome? They're like a juggler who juggles a knife and, you know, an apple. Look at all the cards that Gravedigger Shop hold. The current price point is currently stabilized at $14. I'm not too crazy about this card. It's not a terrible card, but I'm not excited about it compared to other cards in the game. Chamber Dragon Maid is tanking, currently holding a $13 market price. It's Dragon Maids. Of course it was going to go down in value. Not for nothing, Dragon Maid players. I mean, you know, it's a fun deck, and I'm currently building Dragon Maids, to be honest with you. But I can tell you right now, yeah, man, come on. You thought this card's going to be like $100? $40? No. No, you already have your expensive value card. You want two, you big greedies? You got the prismatic version, which is also going down in value and is laughable. But hey, you got that. I mean, why make Link Crest prismatic? What are you, insane? That'd be a universally loved prismatic, like, you know, Happy Masquerade and Appaloosa. No, Vita Chamber Dragon Maid really good as prismatic, Konami. Really hit the hammer on the nail right there. I definitely messed that up. Gizmo Uga, the Festive Fox of Fecundity, is currently $7, and I actually like this card for this price point. I only own one, but I'm personally looking to get multiple copies. This card is a really good effect, and I feel like this card, moving forward in the game, will always find a way to fit into a deck. It will find that way. The minute it does, the value of this card can rise. Planet Patrol ship, Lice is $6, under $6. Listen, I think Planet Patrols are a really good deck. Maybe if a really good player plays them, team 1.5, but it's one of those decks that you need your opponent to do things in order for you to do things. Kind of like Mech Knights, even though they have this card, which is really insane. But before, ask any Mech Knight before Gear Suit, what did you do when your opponent said you go first? They would tell you normally, like in this order: cry, hopefully your opponent's joking, damn. And that's basically how it is with Planet Patrols. They're not terrible once again, but like going first with Planet Patrols, yeah, you don't want to. Deep Sea Iris is currently $5, so this card is pre-selling at $20. Wow, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The value is astronomical in this set, and this is going to happen moving forward with core sets, so keep an eye on those pre-sale prices. They're going to have to adjust those, and that's when things get really interesting. And then we have Titano Cider. I think this card's really good. It's another great hidden gem of this set. $4 is dirt cheap. I got my playset already. Let me know what you're doing yours in the comments down below, but this card is low-key really good. People might go, well, we would have other versions of this card that are really good. Sure, we do, but I like this card a lot because this card always catches people off guard. Once again, it's a modification to the attack to 0. It's a pretty good modification. And then we have a bunch of other cards in this set of Eternity Code. I personally am in love with Arch-Nemesis. I think Arch-Nemesis is so, like, overlooked. Nobody's focusing on Arch-Nemesis because everyone's focusing on the newest, hottest stuff like Orcus, or Mech Knights, Dinosaurs, the mid-range decks, you know, like Emancipators and Eldritch. And yeah, Arch-Nemesis is sitting there going, yeah, you guys look like you make VFD and work really hard to do that. We make VFD naturally with 2 boss monsters that is 3 of in our main deck, if you want to play it that way. If not, it's a 1-of, and it's very easily searchable. We basically have our own version of VFD. Attribute? No, you said type? Okay, that's cool. He does type, I do attribute. We are VFD, and we do it so damn broken, it's downright annoying. That's what this deck says. That's what these cards say. And to be honest with you, if you say, well, V, I can't do type or whatever, sure, this guy does it. Reproduct this. All he needs 2 monsters. That's it, just 2 monsters, and you can declare a type. Every monster becomes that type, or an attribute. And then you go, Arch-Nemesis time, boys, and you blow them up all day long. It's pretty fun. Oh, by the way, when you activate their effects, your opponent can't special summon that monster. That's it. So, you know, that cool Emancipated deck? Yeah, about that. Currently, Reproductors is super rare at an OTS Pro on Pack 9. It's about a quarter. Now, it does have an ultra rare version, which I'm not too big of a fan on, to be honest with you. It came out in Gold Star 2019 Megatins. That's also roughly around 20 cents as well. It's not bad. I just like the super rare because I'm a, you know, rarity illness, but either one's really good, and either effect is really good. And the fact that VFD is so hard for a lot of the players to make, but the R-type Arch-Nemesis has VFD built in, and you can play it like, well, maybe VFD will get banned. Maybe, I guess so. These won't, and if these don't, well, these are going to be seen play in a deck. Also, that guy's dragon, he's very easily searchable. Fun times for all. Keep an eye on this deck. It's going to be a thing in the future. If not the full deck, some of these cards, like this guy and that guy. Up next, guys, we have Celine, Queen of the Master Magicians. The ultra rare coming out of Dual Overload, with the current $5 market price is roughly around $5. And to be honest with you, this card starts a lot of crazy cool combos. I mean, Okay, so there's a common with this card that helps you go into Access Code Talker. That's a real thing because Access Code Talker only needs 2 effect monsters. That's pretty fun. And then you go in Access Code Talker in decks like Altergeist, which have no reason to go into Access Code Talker, which should not go into Access Code Talker, but because of this card, it can go into Access Code Talker, and that's pretty crazy. The fact that she needs spellcasters and stuff like that, and Altergeist monsters and spellcasters, that just works in a really crazy way. So, looking at Secret Slayers, I think when the ban list first came out, we saw a huge spike in cards. Of course, it was only temporary. I mean, Emancipated Researcher is back down to $60, and it's going to continue to drop down as time goes on. Same what's going on with Eldritch the Golden Lord. I mean, yeah, the current price point is $118 with a $113 market price, and anyone will say, oh, this card's a lot of money, it's going up in value. I guess so, they might say that. The truth is, this card will go down in value as we approach the ban list as well. Of course, the fear. Not only the fear of Eldritch the Golden Lord, but how about if another deck becomes tier 1 and blows his deck out the water? Will it still hold a $119 market price? As you move forward to the ban list, you think people are gonna go, yeah, this card I'm gonna hold. I mean, once again, last ban list, well, technically last ban list, we were talking about this card and how it's gonna avoid this current ban list that was effective today. Looking at it right now, I think it did that job, and good job, by the way. Great job. And you have about 3 months to start sweating, because anything can happen in 3 months, like Secret Slayer's set not being in circulation as easily, and Konami starts sniping those cards. Can Eldritch the Golden Lord be hit? I don't think it would. But Konami can hit a lot of cards. Once again, if you got short ban list, another ban list that basically, which is not a big ban list, the previous bans before that, yeah, and you got competitive season, you're gonna have a pretty big ban list. You're gonna be able to hit a lot of cards. Eldritch players, you know exactly what's gonna get hit. Well, you know exactly what would hurt if it got hit. And you know why. I mean, listen, I think Eldritch is a great deck. I think Emancipated is a great deck. But great decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Always get hit and get pushed aside for newer decks. And Konami needs to make that money. And they got a new competitive season. Think about it, guys. If you're Konami, you're sitting there going, the new competitive season in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going to be, in this game, is going to be the biggest ever to the effect that not only Yu-Gi-Oh! Players had access to go to locals and Yu-Gi-Oh! Events. With that knowledge, why don't we just ban everything, release a new set, and sell things to players? How fast and how crazy that hype would be. Especially when it made an announcement that we show printed everything, except, you know, Starlight Rares once again. How crazy would that be? Pretty crazy, and I do think that might be a possibility of what can happen with the new bans and decks like Eldritch and Emancipators. So, once again, looking at Initial Sort with the crazy high prices, Lightning Storm with a $129 market price, it's only a relatively low price point of $126. And then it goes to $128, then $129. Listen, Lightning Storm is a phenomenal card, and obviously every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player really doesn't need to have this card. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Good for you, you don't need it for 3 months, because you're not really playing any physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Events. And if you are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Events and the Lightning Storm at your locals, well, it's only locals. This might be adjusted. This might be a card that might get on the ban list. Was it guaranteed? Is it 100%? No, of course not. It's ban list. It's unpredictable. But this card's pretty nuts. Can we agree on that? Like we had this card in 2 forms, and for a while, Regeki was banned. Then went to limited. Harpy's Featherluster is banned. This card's at 3. Like, what do you think's going to happen? Take a guess. Now, I could be wrong, and Lightning Storm could not be hitting the next ban list. Sure, that makes perfect sense if you're looking to spend $125. But reasonably speaking, I do think that this card might be a contender to be hitting the ban list. This might be a nuanced idea for those holding 3 of that, because that's a lot of money you're holding, and you don't want to hear that information. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, because I'm a fellow rarity whore like you guys are if you bought this card, but it's a real thing that you have to think about. Can this get hit? Let's see. Harpy's Featherluster is banned. This card does that effect. I could play 3 of this card. Regeki's limited. Oh, that used to be banned. I could play 3 of this card. That's a hard question. I'm gonna go with, yeah, there's a good chance it could get hit. And maybe not. Maybe it won't get hit. Maybe they'll put Harpy's Featherluster to 1, I guess. But yeah, this card's gonna get hit. It's so good of a card. Like, what are you gonna do? Konami's gonna reprint this card, and as time goes on, once again, we got what, 3 months of this card still being out in circulation, with Initial Sort slowly moving away from the shelves. Some shelves don't even have it at all in some certain places. Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen to this card? This card's insane. How long are we gonna have this card be a crazy high price point and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh meta starting with this card in the system at 3? Not too long. Then we have Dual Overload. This is a breath of fresh air, and let me explain why. Because looking at Toon Chaos and seeing the crazy high prices, Dual Overload makes you happy because it tells you, hey, you know what? No big deal. All the cards are spoiled. All the pre-orders are out. All the creepers are going to be spending crazy high amounts of money on the cards. They're going to jack it up really fast because they want it so badly. Are going to be going to the pre-orders because it's been out for a while now. There's the list has been spoiled, so it's pre-selling on TCG Player, and the value will actually be a lot lower when it finally comes out. Right, Dual Overload? Right. Dual Overload literally has the exact same thing. Now, granted, this was spoiled a month before. And you had a month of all these cards on the market for the pre-sale price, which drastically dropped the value. But still, it's still good to see that. Even though I hate when YouTubers spoil cards early, I just don't like the idea of a whole set being spoiled early. I do like the idea of this pre-sales going on and absorbing a lot of the crazy hype right up the market by people locking the cards in, which they shouldn't do, but they are, and just seeing the cards come out and stay at a relatively low price point. It is a breath of fresh air. Just like looking at Crystal Needle Fiber and seeing myself, wow, it's gonna be really hard playing Yu-Gi-Oh without this card. That's gonna be a real thing. Like, this card's going to get banned. Everyone's having a theory. People that want Needle Fiber to get banned are using every other card that Needle Fiber abuses. They're like, no, Needle Fiber won't be banned. It'll be Union Carrier, or this card, or that card. It's like, nah. Konami's not gonna Firewall Dragon this. Konami's not gonna ABC Buster Dragon this. They're gonna go, okay, for real though, like, every deck's like, you do Needle Fiber, and then the deck has also a cool combo you might want to check out. But first you go Needle Fiber. Like, everything does that. It's getting to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if we see burn decks play Crystal Needle Fiber. It's just getting ridiculous with this card. And even though I really do like this card a lot, and it's really fun to play, come on, man. I bet you there's a dirty deck out there on YouTube right now that runs like Cloudians with like Needle Fiber. He's like, bro, I got the craziest combo, but first you go Needle Fiber. And people might go, well, wait a minute, V, maybe Link Cross. No, because what does Link Cross, what comes before Link Cross? Needle Fiber. Some people might go, wait a minute, V, that's how you say its name. All right, calm down there, grammar Nazis or wordsmiths out there. I'm just saying, this card's going to get hit in the ban list so fast. And the thing is, soon when it gets hit, we're gonna go, yeah, it was fun. I had a good time playing that card. Like, what do you think is gonna, anyway. I'm just blown away. Some people still are like, that's crazy, it's whatever, but this card's so hit in the ban list. Looking at other cards though, like Predator Inverter Anaconda is a really good card, but then it's not seeing much play because of Needle Fiber. This card's price point might go up, so when you invest in Dual Overload, you might make extra $1 or $2 on this card. Big money. And then we have other cards that are just really good. Like, once again, I said Celine, but Relinquish Anima, which is seeing almost no play, but it's still a very good card, and just is waiting for its time in the meta to come out and start seeing play as a deck. Bujinki Arashima is also a great card in water decks, and then we have Union Carrier, which is also, once again, an insanely good card until Konami hits the Buster Blader card. Then it's an insanely moderate card. Because I don't think this card's bad even when that Buster Blader card is hit. Let's be honest with you. Dragon Whelp, like, come on, please. This card's still gonna be good. This card does a lot of cool things. It's just, you know, it was really broken, is what we're saying in the future. Right now, we're looking at it and going, yeah, it's normal. I mean, we're in a normal meta. We have full power Animancipators, Eldritch, Needle Fibers out there, and Union Carrier. This is normal. This is good times. Enjoy the meta while you have. This is why I always say every ban list is my favorite ban list, because it's a unique opportunity to play in a certain time in Yu-Gi-Oh! After this ban list, within 3 months, we're never gonna have this opportunity to play all this right now. Think about it. The next ban list is gonna have more restrictions, more cards are gonna go in the card pool, and then we'll have that little dance. And then that will be changed for the next ban list. And every ban list is insanely unique. So seriously, enjoy the ban list. Have fun and play it. Whether you're playing remote duels, which is a Skype Yu-Gi-Oh, like Konami trying to rename Skype Yu-Gi-Oh, or whether you go on the locals and take your life in your own hand, you crazies. Or whether you're just sitting home, buying cards, putting them in a deck box, and going, I got it. And then putting it aside and going, there it is in case, you know, I ever play the cards. Whatever you're doing with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, it's always important to note that it's a fun game, and it's very unique as far as the meta we're always going to be in. I'm not excited about this meta, though. A Nova Knight of high lawn salad, secret rare original print out of Shop Specters is holding a $6 market price. Realistically, cards roughly around $9 to almost near $10. Nova Knights have a crazy combo that everyone keeps talking about to me, and I'm just hoping that they're wrong. I'm just hoping that the combo gets stopped by like a hand trap. I hope. I don't think so, but I hope. And I think I'm really seeing this in vain because I think this is going to be a really good card with a really good combo. And once again, I really don't want it to happen. You can also get the Nova Knights of the High Lost. Nova Knights of the Table of Roxette. It's a platinum rare. It looks nice. Only $1 in price point. You can see over here, maybe almost $2. It's, you know, but pretty nice. Like I said, I'm not too crazy about platinum rares. I like specific cards platinum rares, but overall, still pretty cool. Then we have DD Crow Ultimate Rare coming out of Striker Neos, being a $67 market price card. It's not that though. $89 on Lightning Play Unlimited. And if you want a first edition DD Crow, hey man, I got one for you right over here. It's gonna run you about $250. This card's insane. Of course, it's that much money for the highest rarity version of DD Crow. And this is why I'm saying when people ask me about that other hand trap, the Ghost Morn, they go, V, Ghost Morn will see play. DD Crow sees way more play. DD Crow's is much better of a card. When you're trying to snipe your Eldritch Golden Lords from your opponent, or when you're trying to snipe Block Dragons, DD Crow's your boy. He just goes, that guy, get him out of here. That's the card. I just think, yeah, it's worth it. I mean, obviously not $250 and $89, but it's worth it if you have this card. It's a great card, and it always comes in and out of the meta sporadically, which is something I always enjoy about this hand trap. Who knows, maybe Konami is going to release more cards to stop Yu-Gi-Oh players from playing hand traps, but until that happens, cards like DD Crow, it will always go in the meta, and after a while leave the meta, and then always be going back into the meta. Same with Effect Veil. These cards always rotate out. And whenever they come back in with a higher price point than when they left originally. It's always insane how you think, if you think about it. Cyber Angel Ben 10 out of Dragon's Legends Unleashed with a $5.50 market price is currently at $7. It's almost bought out in the market. Now this is a secret rare from Dragon's Legends Unleashed. It has a bunch of other printings, common as well as super rare. But if you want the secret rare, it's gonna run you more money. I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I don't know why this card's worth anything. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Hair of Perfection. It's a good deck, it's fun to play. Tier 2 is always a good time. But is it really worth spending this kind of money for it? Like, I would buy Ulti Heralds. I think those hold major value compared to Cyber Angel Ben 10. But then again, I don't know what deck it fits in. So maybe there's a new deck coming out. Comment down below, let me know. Then we have Malefic Truth Dragon. So the Star Foil version is currently $20. Which is weird for me because looking at the other versions that are not Star Foil, like the Ultra Rare, it's 70 cents. And that's in the Shonen Jump Magazine promo. That should be worth a lot more money. But 70 cents. Also common, and then also got Super Rare in the 2012 Collector's Tin. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. People are just crazy in the market sometimes. I think it's a bad buyout, but who knows. We also have Boost Warrior, only coming out of Duelist Pack 10, you say 3. The card's currently holding a $13 market price, and looking at it, it's roughly around $12 to $13. This card might see playing that Nova Knight deck with a Flame Nova Knight deck, Ig Nova Knight deck, and if it does, it's definitely going to see a lot more play, being the fact that this card only came in Duelist Pack, you say 3. Not the most popular Duelist Pack. Little fun fact about that. At that point, you players were just like, ugh, another one, alright. But looking at Boost Warrior, I definitely think this card has the potential to go higher in value. And to be honest with you, I think this card has the potential of being bought out in the marketplace. And that's something really important, because if that Nova Knight deck shows any presence in the meta, which it's looking like it's going to, looking at cards like Boost Warrior, it will definitely get cleaned out in the market, and you will see all these cards gone, and it get replaced with a new crazy high price point, being the fact that it only got one printing. So can I ask you a question real quickly? Look at this card. Okay, this is the 2014 Megaton Brother of the Fire Fist. They say secret rare, but it looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Let me show you another one. Hold on 1 second. Boom, here's another one. There it is again. 2014 Megaton, Bujinte, Susanoo, 15-cent market price. By the way, Brother of the Fire Fist Psychic, 25-cent market price. These cards look relatively similar, don't they? They look a lot like this, doesn't it? What's the difference between this one and this one? The answer is simple. Apples is harder to get, though the rarity and the looks between these two are relatively similar. I actually recently looked at my brother the 5 Psychic King in this rarity and compared it to my Appaloosa because I own this card. And yeah, that star foiling is really close. The difference in card valuations is the fact that you're looking at one card's hard to get and one card that's been thrown all over the place. I mean, everyone grabbed the 2014 Megatins. Everyone has multiple copies of Brother Five Fish Tiger King. And if you aren't even playing Five Fist, and if you want this card at 3, well, you just get it at 3 and that's it. But obviously if you want 2014 Megatins, you're gonna grab more and more copies. There's tons of these, and I guarantee you in your dollar binder, in your locals, they have a stack of these. And if you want more, don't worry about it. They'll go in the back and grab you a nice stack full and say, is that enough for your fill? The reason I'm pointing this out because I want to talk about the gold rare for a second. I really want to emphasize the fact that gold rare is like this. This is a disparity of gold rare and not so gold rare. And I think it's really important for you guys to understand that, because even though the new gold rare looks gorgeous, I think this looks good, by the way, but some people might not. But look at the new gold rare, it looks gorgeous. The fact that everyone that mother's gonna be opening that, everyone's going to be grabbing those packs, cracking them open, getting the cards they want, selling the cards they don't want, they're going to be lowering the value of those gold rare cards. We've seen this, historically speaking, that gold rare cards maintain a lower value than any other version unless gold rare has 2 circumstances in which it's different. One, it's gold rare, but it's a hybrid like gold ghost rare. Okay, or 2, it's only printing of that gold rare card and it's hard to find, so boom, there you go. That's the only time the gold rare card will actually maintain good value. Looking back at the new gold set, which everyone's excited about, and hey, listen, if you don't have the money for these higher valuable cards and they're coming on gold rare and you want that, all the power to you. Trust me, your boy V rocked a ton of gold rare cards in his heyday. No shame in my game. When I don't got money in my pocket, I got cheap cards that actually do the same thing as your expensive cards. Let's go. So I'm with you on that one. But anyone saying V gold rare is gonna have value, you're not acknowledging the fact that other gold rares, like every gold rare, is in the same boat of no, it's not going to have value whatsoever. Maybe initial value when it immediately comes out, maybe some value that might maintain out for a little while, but a little while is not a long while, and especially in the case of YGOPaisano opening product and throwing it onto the market. Basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think gold rare is going to have good value despite the cards looking gorgeous. It's just not going to be it. Nobody's going to go, yeah, I want to play the gold rare Levier instead of the secret, or more importantly, instead of the ultimate version of Levier. And it's going to happen with a lot of cards. And I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are lying to themselves because gold rare isn't out yet. It's a new and exciting, the new version of it, and Yu-Gi-Oh players are just looking forward to that. But I'm telling you right now, a lot's going to be open, a lot's going to be dumped in the market, and you're going to see them go as low as $1, if that. And the original versions, not just Appaloosa Solid Rare, but even Secret Appaloosa, will go down in value when the gold rares come out with the go to Appaloosa, and then it's going to go back up in value as Yu-Gi-Oh players opt to play the Secret Rare. And that's the fact with gold rares. That's the economics with gold rare. That's not me saying it, that's just how it works. So even though I think gold rare looks gorgeous, I really do think it looks beautiful, by the way. I just know the economics of the market, and I know exactly what's gonna happen to the value of gold rare cards. Kicking and screaming, everyone's gonna yell at me about it. Ultimately, the original prints always have higher value. Now, looking at other cards like the Gold Series Haunted Mine, these are beautiful gold rares. I love these. When the set first came out, even until now, I still think the Ghost Gold rares look gorgeous. But let me ask you a quick question. What if these weren't gold rares, but just ghost rares? How much do you think they'll be worth now? Way more than what they're currently worth, right? So can we agree that the gold part is holding the value of these down? I mean, think about it. Imagine Konami tomorrow releases a set and it has a ghost rare Blue Eyes Dragon. Not gold ghost rare, just ghost rare. Blizzard's gonna have a crazy amount of value, would it not? Way higher than $90, easily way higher than that. And you don't even have to short print it. Yu-Gi-Oh players just want it. And a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players want it. Maybe Gores might be low, sure, I guess so. But not Sound Judgment, not MST. Maybe Nishiri Barkian, definitely not Hair Perfection. And 1000% not Blue Eyes Dragon Ghost Rare. Yu-Gi-Oh players will go crazy for these cards. But since it's gold, here's the set values. Not too high. Still relatively high amongst other gold rare cards. There might be a chance we might get gold ultimate rares, which is going to be gorgeous and going to maintain good value. But I don't think it's going to maintain a long value over the ultimate rares if they make the same exact ones. Who knows though? Only time will tell. But looking at Solar Print Gold cards, we have Stardust Charge Warrior. Once again, this is a Solar Print Gold card. There's a little bit of hype behind this card. It's currently $6 in the market price, and it's stabilizing at $67. And that's because the card has a little bit of hype, and also because, once again, it's only printing in Premium Gold, Infinite Gold. This set is hot trash. I mean, realistically, hot trash. Max C is like $9. The most expensive card currently in the set is $7. And this is a, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a reprint set. Let's not get that twisted. You got Cobbleblock Destroyer, Gold Rare, mind you, being around $3 for the Gold Secret Rare. But if you want to get the actual Secret Rare, well, that version is currently trending around $27. You see what I'm saying about the disparity in ratios of value? Dark Destroyer, Secret Rare, Dimension of Chaos is harder to get. And it's older than its gold counterpart, which is a lot newer and a lot easier to get compared to the Secret Rare. That's a disparity in ratio that I'm talking about, and that's why I don't like gold rare sets for value. I'm looking at an economical standpoint, not just by looks. It's easy to look at things by looks. I mean, once again, I think this looks beautiful, but that doesn't mean this card is not 25 cents, because it's definitely 25 cents. We're also seeing something like Lady Debug with a $10 market price, be roughly around $10. Salamangreat coming back? I mean, Salamangreat didn't get hit by the ban list, so they're like, wait, we didn't get hit? Alright, oh, full force, boys, we're back in the game. Maybe that. But by doing this, you're just asking for Konami to hit you in the ban. So, Salamangreat players, you are cruising for a bruising on the ban list. They're gonna hit like 8 cards. They're gonna hit like random cards, like Mo, like bans, Salamangreat Mo's banned. And you're gonna be like, why? And they'll be like, because we don't want you to do things anymore. Look at that Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf OTS Tournament Pack 10. They're super rare, with a $10 market price. It's currently around 8, but it's still relatively high for Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf. This card's been out for a while. OTS 10 has been out for a very long while. Very nice OTS, by the way. I mean, it came out with Colossus, Galatea, well, Hayate, I guess. And yeah, it's not a bad OTS overall. So Power Duality might have a chance to go up in value, and if it does, well, we're gonna look at the old Secret Rare version being currently $140 in the market price. Realistically, I mean, you got a lightly played version for about $140. Then it goes to $145, then it quickly goes to $150 for an ultra rare Pod Duality. And I think this card is a predecessor to the future of what we're going to be seeing at a Pod Esaias, which is currently way more popular than Pod Duality. Pod Duality is maintaining a higher price point because it's hard to get, and since there's not much on the market, this is the current value. But this is going to be what's going to happen with Pod Esaias. Don't get it twisted. So when you see Pod Esaias being like $90, yeah, that's going to go a lot higher than that. This is guaranteed. This card's good. Pod Esaias is way better. And Padres Dragon's Ultimate Rare? Oh man, I just can't wait for that to happen. Technically, Collector's Rare it is. Look at the Mystic Mime at a Dark Neostorm with an $11 market price. Is currently $12. This should be getting a reprint soon in the Megatins. This is also a terrible card, and I really do hope this card gets banned already, which will be on the Konami bans come September. At least one ban is going to hit this card properly. Up next, guys, we have Sideblocker, Original Print Secret Rare, coming at Subject Blast with an $8 market price. Looking at it, Late Play First Edition is currently $7. This card holds sporadic value. I own 1 copy. I really do want to go in and grab more. I'm probably going to grab 2 more of this card, but this card's really good. And this card never has really seen a lot of meta play, but has seen a lot of meta hype. And meta hype has been driving card prices up and down forever in this game. And looking at Sideblocker, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a time in which we see this card go really high in value because of hype. Possible meta play. Also came out of Star Trek Blast. This is the highest version at Secret Rare. There's other versions of the card like Common and Battle Pack Rare, I guess, or Starfall, or whatever it is. But once again, the Secret Rare is always going to maintain the highest value. It's currently at $6, almost near $7, and it is a really good investment. We also have Pinpoint Landing coming out of Cybernetic Horizons with a $5 market price. The card's value roughly around almost near $5. Why is that, you say? Well, because Pinpoint Landing didn't get reprinted in the Megatins. It's amongst a handful of cards that didn't get reprinted in the Megatins and is now going up in value because it's a good card. It doesn't have a deck that it consistently goes in that's meta-wise. I'm talking tier 1. But the second it does, this card's going to hit some pretty crazy numbers. And I think with the new 2020 Megatins, I'm more interested in what's not on that spoiler list as far as the cards in there from the original sets. So if they're missing 1 or 2 secret rares out of the sets that are listed on the Megatins in the 2020, yeah, I want those cards a lot. I want to go in and grab a ton of those cards, and you should be focused on that too, because we have Pinpoint Landing and Condemn, which 2 cards which have been going exponentially high in value. These were dollar cards, secret rare dollar cards, and they're going high in value. And then we have Salvage coming out of Legend Collections through Yugi's World, the super rare with $7 right now. and it's roughly around $7. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Looking at all the versions, yeah, they're still pretty high up there. We got a common version that's about $5. There's only 4 listings of that, by the way. $5 for that one. And we got a bunch of other commons that's like $1. But yeah, if you want the highest version of salvage, $7. I don't know why any reason this card's worth any bit of money other than the fact that it's only good in Planet Patrol. I could be wrong. Maybe this deck I'm missing, but Planet Patrol players, are you doing this? It's crazy what's happening with the game. It's crazy what's happening with the entire meta. It really is. And a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are looking to complain rather than analyze. I think complainers have the loudest voice but the shortest minds. Our analyzers don't really go on talk as much. I mean, I do my YouTube videos, but most people that analyze this game, as far as the balance through sets, as far as the rarities, disparities, as far as the printings and short printings, those guys are too busy focused on what to buy, what not to buy, what to sell, and what to hold. Whereas people are just complaining. Don't get caught up in that loop of just complaining about something. Don't get caught up in a loop of just freaking out about something. It's never a time to do that. It's always time to look at and analyze the market, as I just did right now for you guys, so you can easily do it yourself. It's not hard. I'm not unique. Not at all. But complaining by saying, Ban is bad, Blood Dragon too good of a card, boo-hoo, you're not realizing the fact that this is nothing. The minute you put it together and realize, wait a minute, we're in a dead season anyway. Most of those aren't happening. And, this ban didn't need to be big because no one could really utilize it. And when we're going competitive season, the fact that this ban was very small, some might say trashy, looking at the previous bans, which was also pretty trashy, I think we have a good opportunity to see a really good thriving ban. I mean, I'm talking a huge megaton ban list coming up soon. And that's going to drastically change the way we play Yu-Gi-Oh! And our mindset for the game. Something I'm really excited about, and you should be as well. Instead of just looking and complaining right off the gate, look forward to that. Look forward to what we're going to be getting soon with the competitive meta. I mean, once again, it might mess up your remote duel or online Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, sure, I guess. But it doesn't mean nothing in comparison to Yu-Gi-Oh players that are going to be traveling hours to go to regionals once regionals open back up. Traveling and flying all over the place, spending tons of money to win nothing. What, a playmat? That's it? Top 8? Maybe if you make top 4, a deck box? Oh, big value there. You're not making your money back in this game. You're playing for the glory. And in order to do that, you really got to be very analytical on everything. Complaining doesn't get you wins. Focusing, understanding, breaking things down, that always makes you a better player and a better market watch investor. Listen, Paisanos, I can't wait to do more videos. I have a lot more to do for you guys. I have some videos I'm actually currently editing right now for you guys. I have a ton of deck files, and I have a new video series I want to bring to you guys that hopefully when everything reopens back up fully, I can start going out and recording that, and I'm really excited about that. If you are too, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button, and comment down below about everything in here. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos, you guys have a great day. See you tomorrow.